Filmmaker Lori Bailey recently made a trip back home to the Adirondacks for a special screening of her independent film Garrow, based on the life of serial killer Robert Garrow. The film she made 8 years ago about the summer that Garrow went on a killing spree terrorizing the Adirondacks is still drawing huge crowds. Instead of first-run films this summer, Liz and Larry McNamara have been showing classic movies here at their Strand Theater in Schroon Lake, including the one Lori Bailey filmed here in the Adirondacks several summers ago, about serial killer Robert Garrow, who lived and was eventually captured not far from here around Witherby and Mineville, after going on a murder spree in the summer of 1973. Even after all these years, her film still draws a huge crowd.
7 years, Tom. Lord have mercy. Every time, fills out every seat, and the best part is after the show. People love to tell their stories, and I love to listen to them. Why do people keep showing up to watch the movie? I don't know. It makes me feel very good. It's a little humbling. It's very humbling, actually.
It did play here. It was a phenomenal hit for us. It took us a little bit by surprise. There were so many people. We filled the theater. You know, Garrow was a character that committed some of his worst crimes not too far from here. His family lived close. We have people here whose parents and grandparents knew his family. So there's always interest, and we're often asked, when will we bring the movie back? When Lori suggested it, we were delighted.
And in fact, on this Monday night, it was once again a sellout. And after watching the film, Bailey and her son Joel took questions and comments from the audience and talked about the 3 summers they spent here in the Adirondacks shooting the film. And they also welcomed 2 of the cast members, Tom and Dan Halloran, who are the sons of the state police investigator Mike O'Halloran, who headed up the manhunt for Garrow back in the summer of '73. His sons talked about the lasting impact the case had on their father.
He talked about the manhunt, and he took us to the scene of the crime. Certainly, I don't think this movie glamorizes Robert's life in the least. Like my father said, he might have had a hard life, but it didn't justify the animal that he was.
And Dan's brother Tom talked about how his father took him to the murder scene, where Garrow had stabbed Philip Domblewski to death.
My father did take me to the scene, and he showed me. My father's deeply affected by it for years, and he literally walked me to the tree where he found him. I remember my father telling me at the tree, he said that this young man died a hero, he said.
The special screening in Schroon was thanks in part to a grant from the Adirondack Lake Center for the Arts in Blue Mountain Lake. And another week of screening is planned next month at the Movieplex in Johnstown, New York.